I think a lot of people in their position would be like, stay the fuck out of my way, you know, don't interfere, I got a job to do.
I don't like cameras.
Highlighting all of that stuff is way more important than highlighting, hey, they're guys that cut trees. First like 15-20 minutes we're here every time is literally just shooting the shit with them, so it'll be a minute before we do anything, but we'll hang out. Is this thing coming with or not coming with? Cool.
Coming with.
Hell yeah. Oh, John, Brad, John.
Nice to meet you.
Brad, Phil, Brad.
Okay.
That's Brandon over there. It's pretty, at least.
Say 3 to 5 now?
Yeah, I can't remember how many were on the major. Gotcha.
You guys, crane just gonna pull right up here?
We're gonna chug a look at the train.
Yeah. Right up to the garage.
Chugga.
Yeah.
I English good. It's these pines right here coming down. It's like, yeah, like 4 of them, I think. And they're actually moving the camper and everything here, so they're gonna have this whole space to work with, and the crane's gonna end up basically right in front of the garage there. Cool. So basically the only thing we don't want to film is that, because that's just not pretty at all. The rest of this is actually great though. Like, I don't think we could have gotten much better. Clear skies all through here. They're gonna be picking in this direction, so we'll basically be able to just leave the drone up in the air. The only thing we have to worry about is the low-hanging power lines, but they're not gonna be anywhere near there. We'll be able to fly right around the crane every time it makes one of those picks. And then we can probably get the backside too and get a couple of nice shots of the, I don't know, why the fuck is this called a pond? It's huge. That's a lake. Can you get a shot of that? That's a fucking lake. That's not a pond.
Chipping on the road.
One of the coolest parts of these crane jobs is John's on the phone right now, literally with the crane operator in there. So John's gonna swing from that fucking ball up there, and they're basically gonna communicate back and forth to get John in the right spot in these trees. Which sounds simple enough until you see a guy, you know, hanging 70, 80 feet up from that. Property services and stuff like this, like for these guys specifically, blue collar anything, honestly, where you're like putting something together or taking something down. I mean, that makes content so easy and straightforward. Like, guys out here just watching these guys do their thing in the backyard. You don't think it'd make halfway decent content to put the exact same thing on the internet? You imply that one of the selling points of hiring a business or service like yours is the fact that you kind of get a show with it. He's not out here because he feels like these guys need to be babysat. He's out here because this stuff is just naturally interesting. It's cool. There's a guy 50 feet up in the tree, 30 feet away from us behind you right here. I mean, he's rigging up a tree so that a giant fucking crane here can lift it and pull it all the way over to that side of the friggin' property so that they can chop it up and pull it away. You know, it's a spectacle. It's an event. It's fun. It's interesting. There's no need to overcomplicate this shit with like, okay, well, what do we talk about? Show off some shit. It's pretty straightforward. This right here is the level of precision these guys operate on. Like, this is the stuff that everybody takes for granted. There's bird feeders right here. Like, there's an ice shed right over here. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. You see Phil back here with the mini skid. He's pulling this back, and the crane operator, those guys are working in tandem to make sure that they don't hit anything with what, a 60 foot, 50, 60 foot piece of pine? Like, that's insane. This is the level of skill and expertise that nobody fucking pays attention to when it comes to trades like this. Prime example of you get what you pay for. You know, these guys are the best in the business around here for a reason. That attention to detail, I guarantee you, any other crew around here would have just fucking chucked it. Something would have been knocked over in here. They didn't touch the yard at all. Look at this. Those are the kind of people I like. I gotta buy you a fucking hard hat.
I just don't know where to be. Oh, sorry.
I got a couple of great shots off of the last one there. I went straight overhead as Brandon was chopping up these big sections. And then I just chased John up the tree with the drone, which I'm sure he appreciated. Kind of Photoshop Joe out of all of those. John, you got 2 seconds to give me a sound bit? Yeah, like just say a couple lines?
Sure.
I promise it's no memes or any shit like that. Can you give us a rundown of the job today? What you guys are doing? Just
Make Phil do that.
all right, I'll make Phil do
Make
that.
Phil. I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm bad
no,
with shit like that.
Can you tell me? Do you guys do picks differently if the tree's split like that versus like the regular
Yeah.
ones?
So instead of just hooking both straps to the single lead, we just split them. So they're both at the same elevation. We got one strap on one side and another strap on the other side.
And the last two, you did the whole one. And the first one you did in half. Why?
Okay, so that was just because of our setup. This is kind of it's a pretty elevated, the crane, the front of the crane. So we do a smaller pick just to test out the crane, make sure it's gonna stay in level. If you're on soft ground and stuff, it can knock the crane out. So that was just to make sure we were all set with that and it wasn't gonna move at all. And now after that small one, we knew we were good to do some bigger stuff.
Cool, man. How fucking hard was that? No, that was great though, dude. That's exactly what we were looking for. Appreciate it. I mean, this is true for a lot of the people that we work with, but the rapport that we've built with these guys, they're kind of on board to actually like really help us out. You know, I think a lot of people in their position would be like, stay the fuck out of my way. You know, don't interfere. I got a job to do. But like, I mean, Don here, Brandon here, Phil, I mean, they're all really cool with helping us out if we've got like ideas. You know, Joe loves to make them put together shitty memes and stuff like that actually do end up being pretty funny.
These are my ladies. This is Jill. This is my lady Amy.
Do you not want to be at work today? Just shit your pants. Shit your pants. What are they gonna do?
You know, if we need them for a sound bit, if we need them to, you know, pose for something up in a tree or whatever, or you know, hold on 2 minutes so that, you know, we can get some equipment set up so that we get a different shot or something like that, get a drone up in the air or whatever, they're super accommodating. And it shows. At the moment, they're one of our most successful clients in terms of organic views monthly. 1 out of every 3 posts we make for them hits 6-figure views, which is wild. A lot of that's just due to the fact that they're willing to work with us so much on ideas that we have, ideas that they have. They make our work a lot easier than it could be on jobs like this.
Me?
Yep.
What do I say? My goal today has been to get some cinematic shots because the light over the lake is like, it's very aggressive, but there's a lot of shadows over here. So the cinematic kind of look of it has been somewhat easy to get. And everything is very slow moving, whereas usually like there are like tree branches falling and chainsaws in the air and it's very crazy, but today has been very slow because of the crane. So cinematic has been my goal. We'll see how it turns out in post. Grab you for a question really quick. Is that okay? We're going to talk to Brad here. He's going to look right at Brad's camera and tell us what we're doing today.
I don't know what to say.
Talk in present tense, like you're doing it right now.
I don't like cameras. Why is it so weird with the camera, you know? I just don't get it.
Okay, just talk to me.
Talk to you. I don't know what I want to say. It's like you have everything prepared and then you're good. I don't know why it's so bad. I know I could, but it's like, it's so free. Talk to me like I'm 3. That's what I say to my son.
No.
You're so brave. You're a brave and strong boy. Oh, I don't want to talk to the camera.
Talk to me then.
I don't want to do that because
Talk
I know
to
the
Brad.
camera's there. I like Brad fine, but it's just the camera.
You're a grown man.
I know, I don't know what it is with camera stuff. I always get so weird. Today we're taking down 3 large pine behind the house. They're endangering the shop.
Do you have another job after this?
No, we're gonna clean up and haul wood off after lunch. Early Friday.
Perfect.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, I'm so
See?
awkward.
No, it's okay. You didn't die. You didn't die. That was great. No, you did a great job. It was like pulling teeth, but we got it.
I'm sure it was.
Sometimes you just gotta baby them into it.
Phil and his crew are one of my favorite clients to work with. It's partly due to the fact that while we're there on the job, you know, they make it fun and they help us out quite a bit. But it's also because they leave us to our own devices to do what we do best. They trust us to operate in a professional manner in the same way that their clients expect them to operate in a professional manner when they're called up for arboreal services. And the reason we've been successful with them is we do something that most other small businesses in the trade space really don't do that well, which is highlighting the offering rather than the service or the product itself. So when we're putting together content for Belanger, for instance, we are focused on putting together content that highlights their trustworthiness, their reputation within their community for being very high quality, basically being a premium service rather than, let's say, the unlicensed guy down the street. We're much more focused on showing the experience that is calling up Belanger Tree Care rather than the opposite, which is most trade-based businesses where they take a photo on the job site and they post, working in such and such town today, call us for all of your whatever needs. That does nothing. If somebody was looking for information in that manner, they'd go to Google. They would not go to social media for that. So focusing on putting together content that highlights the value add, the differentiation, the distinction of a business in content makes for much more effective, much more engaging material that gets spread farther and keeps top of mind awareness for these businesses. Like I said, for Belanger, highlighting the fact that they are a premium product. It's highlighting the experience of having them in their backyard, which is entertaining, is fun. You know, they're a good crew, they're friendly, they're easy to work with. And they leave the places that they work better than they found them. Highlighting all of that stuff is way more important than highlighting, hey, they're guys that cut trees.
It's not as hot as I thought it was gonna be. I really need water. I can taste sawdust in my